ことに携帯だけじゃ生きていけない胸いっぱいの愛と勇気が大切なのよ私プルリンプルプルリンプルリンプルプルリンリンリンプルプルプル
All right, hello and welcome everybody to the DGL. We are about to bring you the LHL on DGL. I'm Winners with the One, and I'm here with Aila. And we are about to bring you 3 games tonight. We have three games on the schedule. 3 huge games with big implications. We are early on in the season, but each of these games counts for a lot as far as establishing where these teams are at. Aila?
Yeah, what's up?
Tonight's schedule?
Tonight we have 3 great games for our viewers on the DGL. First, Hartford is up against Boston. Following that, we will see Toronto battle with New York. Then it's Chicago versus the first place Sharks.
Yeah, and all 6 teams in action this evening. And yes, as you said, we'll have Hartford versus Boston first. As the teams start to get into the server, it looks like we're a little bit early. Unless Canada is going to take on Trev Crow, which is entirely a possibility here. But thanks for joining us here on the DGL as we are getting prepared. And hopefully these teams are too. I checked in earlier and looks like all the games on the schedule are proceeding as scheduled. So far, nothing postponed that I'm aware of. But you never know. It's been a fun couple of weeks here with our friends at the DGL. We did our first cast of LHL last week. And it was a very good week with 3 good games, and so we expect no less this week. We had the #Wrecked tourney, which went very well. Congratulations again to Critical Gaming, who won it all, but just barely. It was quite a matchup there, and you can see that on the DGL YouTube site, which we definitely encourage you to check out. But not just yet, because we are about to get started here. It looks like the teams are coming in. There is the Boston Bruins, or there are the Boston Bruins, depending on which kind of pronouns you want to use. And I don't know. I'm excited. Aila?
Yeah, what's up?
Are you ready?
Yeah, are you?
I think so. Oh, and I think these teams are as well. Well, Boston is here in force. They've got quite a few of their players. But remember, again, as we talked about a lot last week, this is now a 5v5 league. The first one, really, in competition. It's been 4v4 in most of Hockey Question Mark's history. And this game, by the way, is Hockey Question Mark. A free game that you can get for free at hockeyquestionmark.com. It's made by Cryptic Sea. And we cast it a lot because it is fun to cast. And, you know, I always wanted to, as a radio guy, I always wanted to do hockey or any sort of sports. So it's always fun to do these as an event. As we see, they are asking for a reset, so I think we are about to get underway. As if we can tear them away from Hearthstone, the hot card game that many of these guys are playing now. I don't know. I've not yet gotten into the Hearthstone, but hey, if Tayzonde is playing it, I may just have to. At any rate, let's look and see. Well, all of Boston is here. As you can see them there. There's Zam, Pizzazz, Dick McButt, Skalchiniuk, Jarvin. A good lineup. And they're asking if we're ready. We sure are. Are you ready? We covered this. Aila.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
For sure.
Okay. Oh, man. It's been a interesting past few days here. And we had the HQML All-Star game on Friday, and that was a blast. Oh, that was good times. We are having the skills competition this week, and that should be fun as well. So looking at the lineups for Hartford, let's see what we got. It is Bo, MFLT, and, defenseman Jerry's been picked up by the Maple Leafs. That's a big trade. Dal, Fuzzy Wuzzy, and Jay Lalu. So as we start this one, I believe we are underway. Yes, we are. We are lighting this candle. As off the draw, it will be taken by Fuzzy Wuzzy. See where he goes with this. Moving it down. The other way, Dick McButt shoots off the post. They've got a chance in front, and it's still bouncing loose, and finally they will clear this away. So here comes Hartford. And a little hiccup there as they end up giving it away. And we're going to chase this down into the corner. Yeah, 4 goalies always works. Yes, they are very defensive-minded here. As now back in the other direction with Boston. We're about a minute in here. And I guess I'm going to have to type in the stream for these guys. CH.TV. We're on Twitch TV tonight, which you know if you're watching. So hello. And so far no score, but a couple of pokes on both ends at the net. Now Hartford will take a shot at it. And they've got people in front, and again, swept off the line. Here they go on the other side, Boston, down in the middle. Sent down, chased in. Trying to send in the one-timer. And a man waiting in the slot. Oh, a nice one knocked down there by Dick McButts, but continued around. Hartford will take this as Bo is going to send it across the ice. And it's going to be picked off here. So Fuzzy Wuzzy, Dick McButt's following each other very closely. Now it's free in the neutral zone, and Dick McButt's working his way around 3 players now coming in. Here's a chance. He got a little bit of an assist there. Looked like both of them shot it at the same time. And now here's a long distance one sent across in front of the crease. It will not go. And so the opportunity's coming so far for Boston, but not able to convert. Long distance pass. Oh, he had Bo waiting for it and almost on the stick, but not quite. So now in the other direction. Here's one lifted across. Again, a bouncing puck is going to go into the corner. And MFLT. I do not know who MFLT. We'll just call him M for now for the sake of brevity. And Pizzazz will send it down. It's stolen. Here's a chance and a big save. Knocked away there by Jarvan in the net. A very tough save, and he made it. So we're down at the 140 mark here in the first period. Stolen, possible chance. Here we go, Galchenyuk. He's got Zam in front. We'll see where he goes with this. He's going to board it to the back. And a nice steal there from Bo, and it's going to get away from him. But he will take it down in the corner and probably look to set somebody up. He's kind of all alone here. Oh, and a rocket is going to go back the other way. And so Dow will have to take this. Dick McButt says classic Bo. He had the breakaway going, but just didn't have the numbers back there to help him out. So, and yeah, now that we're playing 5v5, that makes the difference. But right now, people seem to be using the fifth player in a more defensive way. So it's not really resulting in goals, at least not yet. Not sure what they need to do here. Oh, here's a steal. There's something they need to do. Oh, and over, but in and out. My goodness. And a save, but Zam is going to follow it in. Wow.
In the words of the poet Kanye, history in the making, man.
Yes, the first goal of the game. And MFLT with the response right off the draw. And we are tied at 1 with 20 seconds left in the first period. So a long drought of scoring is quickly rectified as we have a tie game once again, as both teams have struck. But Dick McButt's on the wraparound with the assist from Galchenyuk. 9 seconds remaining on the clock. And that's classic Dick McButt's there. He can score from pretty much anywhere on the ice, but yeah, he's pretty good on those wraparounds too. And so that'll take us into the second period with your score 2-1 in favor of Boston. And Hartford, they had a tough time last week against Chicago. They looked good, but Chicago just jumped out to that early lead. And they are hanging with Boston every step of the way here, though. So we'll see where they go in this second period. Already Dow's having to make a save, and does. And now sent back. It's going to try to move this in as it does go into the Boston zone, and quick sent away. So now they're just kind of playing catch with it. Finally stopped there in the neutral zone. Bo and Zam wrestling with it. It's going to... Oh, that's loose now. Here's a chance for Hartford. He shoots and scores! Top shelf for Mama Keeps the Cookies. It is Bo, the Canadian superstar, Bo Jarzine, who has tied the game for Hartford at 2-2. What a play.
Yes, indeed.
And so now we've got quite a game on our hands. It took a while to get the scoring up, but not very long at all. So it's been very interesting, the meta game. We keep talking about the 5v5, Aila, and I think it really opens up the game from what we've seen. We weren't sure how it was going to play out. We're starting to see it now as we're early still in this LHL season. And, yeah, it's a work in progress, but it's made things pretty interesting. And MFL making it very interesting there with a nice shot from downtown. My goodness.
Hockey question mark y'all.
Yeah. 3-2 now is your score. So Hartford takes the lead. Against a very tough Boston team. See if they can hold on to it here. So we're in the second minute of the second period. And Boston, they've got 4 in the zone right now. Their entire team save Jarvan, who is back in the net. And so now with it being sent into their zone, they will back up and take this again and reset from behind the net. Nice pass there. Fuzzy Wuzzy Galchenyuk battling for it. Now Quacky Face and Zam. And so the very tight man defense here as they are shadowing each other very closely. Dow will just rattle this one around the boards, and it gets through. And there's Bo. He's going to go ahead and launch. And this will go wide. And they'll try to pick something up at the face-off circle, but it is taken by Boston. Now taken again by Hartford. The blocked shot is going to go way over the net, but bounce close to the front. But it will be handled by Pizzazz, with Pizzazz. And now sent back into the opposite end. So a good game so far. So we go under 2 minutes here. A very close game. But as we've seen, the third period is when these things tend to open up one way or the other, if they're going to. But I'm feeling this one might stay close. I'm not going to jinx it and say it's going to stay close the rest of the way, but it's looking like it might. And Boston trying to even things up there, as they will hold on to it. And only for a moment, though, as it does go out of the zone. Chase down Pizzazz now. MFL behind him. Oh, man. I never know with the names, guys. I just call them as I see them. Really, that's all we can hope for here on these casts. But that will elapse about a minute there for just kind of bouncing it around. Nobody wants to get too overextended here. So we have a minute remaining in the second period. And again, Hartford with the lead, but only by 1 goal. So a tenuous lead at best, as strong as this Boston team is. But Hartford looking good so far. And here is Boston trying to get that equalizer. And so Zam will turn and burn here, try to send one into the slot. Had 2 guys waiting. Now at the point, the shot wide to the right. And they'll hang on here, 18 seconds. And Pizzazz will have to come and take another one here. But nothing doing, just too many people in front of the net. And now Hartford with a chance, 5 seconds, moving through. Lifts it in, MFLT with his hat trick, the 3rd goal of the game for him, Fuzzy Wuzzy, with 2 assists. And in the closing seconds of the second period, I believe Dial predicted that Hartford would get a win tonight. And he's looking like a prognosticator here. That's not a dirty word, if you guys want. Okay, so we come to the third period. Aila? Strategy?
I think that in this case, defense is key.
It certainly is going to be for Hartford, as they have the 2-goal lead. And we'll see if they go into more of a, protective shell to try to thwart any of the Boston offense from getting through. Because definitely Boston has some guys that are just genius on offense. And they will have to move quickly here in this third period. As the knuckle puck at the face-off circle. We are on the Don't Tase Me Bro server. I need to pick up a different rink texture or two. To maybe somebody will make a cool custom DGL one for us. Hint, hint. So we're using the Friday Night Hockey textures, but hey. At least we're bringing you all the action as we have passed about a minute here in the third. And Boston is trying to get something going, but Hartford is staying up on them offensively. And they've got it deep in the zone. He's just going to try to shovel one over the net here. Back at the point now, Fuzzy Wuzzy, Dick McButt's coming in quick, so he's just going to dump it in. And we'll pick it back up here. No, stolen. Oh, held in, though. Big plays from Hartford to keep possession. And again behind the net. We'll see where Jarvin goes with this as his team spreads out offensively. He had him coming in as Galchenyuk was heading towards the net. And that was a tough one to corral. So dumped back the other way. They will restart once again from the neutral zone. Here they go. Dick McButts moving through. Gets past a couple. He's got room. He shoots. What a save there by Dow. My goodness.
This is fun to watch.
It so is, as Boston will be fighting hard here in the closing moments of this third period. Got a couple of minutes and some change to do work. And they've got the horses, as they say. There's one of them right there, Galchenyuk. He's going to send it to the middle. And the pass is going to squirt right past him there. So Pizzazz is going to pick this back up. And he's going to just kind of keep moving it away. He's being followed closely there. We'll dump it down for Galchenyuk, taking it in the corner. Quacky face now. Oh, he sent it to front. That's a tricky little play and almost there to convert it. But not quite. So Hartford will take that opportunity to just dump this in and chase it. And again, it's lodged behind the net. Dick McButts now. We'll see if he just manhandles his way through everybody. He is known for that. Nope, he's going to take the outlet pass, but it is picked off, sent back, now loose in the neutral zone, gathered back up, and they will at least get it in the zone. But they're running out of time here. We're reaching the 1 minute mark of the third period, and Hartford doing a good job of keeping them from being able to pressure offensively. And now they will move it back in, and yeah, they're just using offense as a solid defense. And it's working out very well so far. We'll see where Zam goes. He has it a couple of guys on him. And the long distance shot is, again, rejected. And he's going to shoot. And that one wide, just off the post. Gathered up, though, Quacky face. And Bo there to convert on the rebound. And so the Bo Quacky face connection pays off. And they make it 5-2. Wow.
Have mercy.
So a 3-goal lead. But here is Boston on the move. Dick McButts with his second of the game. He's got 20 seconds to do that again twice. As these face-offs become very important here at the end of the game like this, as we've seen so many goals come off these face-offs. But it is not to be, as Hartford will take this. No, he's going to go for, he's looking for that wraparound again. It worked for him early on, but not enough time, and that will do it. So Hartford will get the first win of the night. A big win, a much-needed win for Hartford in the standings, as they will prevail over Boston in our first game of the night here on DGL LHL. So 2 more games to play. And yeah, there are a lot of people on the server, but now they're starting to move out a bit. As we covered the European HQML over the weekend, and that was a lot of fun, as we saw some of the great European teams take the ice. And they have rules over there about how many people can be in the server. If you're not casting like we are, or playing in one of the games, then they ask that you not be in the server and just watch these fine streams that we're providing. And that's mostly because of ping and latency and whatnot. And they've made a similar rule in LHL, but it looks like we're kind of throwing that out the window tonight. Oh well, it's all good. And so our next game is going to be, Looks like the New York Islanders versus Toronto. And we're looking at these lineups here. For New York, Richard Cheese, Not Led, Dick Doug, Gabe, and Claude Giroux. And for Toronto, Big V, Go Leafs Go, Tumu Salami, Swag, and Kipe. Again, some great teams. And again, a chance in front early on. But too many bodies blocking the crease. And that's going to be a close one, but not close enough once again. So early action right off the draw. And we'll see. Go back to the New York side here. Dick Doug chases it down. Richard Cheese watching from between the pipes. Here's Go Leafs Go, and that shot blocked immediately. Didn't get a chance to do much with that. Here's a long distance one that will be stopped by the Swag Master. Oh, we can't all be the Swag Master, but nevertheless. So again, one of those games that starts out a little slow as far as scoring goes, but not for lack of trying. Been a couple of good opportunities on either end. And we'll start to see things open up from here, I think, as back at the neutral zone. Here is Big V. He loves to shoot from there, and Richard Cheese makes the save. And a good one. So now back the other way. Here comes Claude, the MVP of the HQML All-Star Weekend. Shoots and scores! He puts a biscuit in the basket with Dick Doug on the assist. And New York will get the first goal of the game. Yeah, like we were saying, this Friday on Friday Night Hockey, we will be bringing you the skills competition. And that, we've been talking about it. We've been hyping it up. It's going to be a lot of fun. They've got, our good friend Dick Van Dijk has come up with all sorts of cool things. There are prizes. Yes, prizes. And he's actually set up real skill shit for people, like the accuracy competition with the targets in the corners of the net, the skating competition where you skate around the cones, and there'll be the shootout thing where you try to do stylish shootout fancy plays and whatnot. So looking forward to that, and hope you will all join us on IBN for that this Friday night on Friday Night Hockey. As the All-Star game, our first ever All-Star game in the HQML, went very well. Certainly went well for Claude's team, and here's a long-distance shot that is blocked. Big save there from the Swag Master. I would expect no less from the Swag Master, with all the A's in his name being @ signs for a double dose of his swagging. As we go to the 1 minute mark, Claude's goal is the lone goal of the game so far. And so, Aila, we're kind of waiting on things to kind of pick up here. But maybe not. This might be more of a defensive struggle. As we go under a minute, here's one coming in. Swagmaster easy save. As he had time and room and vision. And another one launched from afar. Does not go. And that was one of the things they said about, there's a nice save from Richard Cheese, as he just wipes that one across the crease. Now they're going to set up. Here's one tipped. Rebound tipped. And that's going to give them a chance to push this in the opposite direction, at least for a minute there. 18 seconds now left on the board in the first period. 1-0, trying to break that lead. It's Big V. Shoots and scores. Ties it up with 11 seconds, and it's ones across the board. How about that?
Oh, hell yeah.
So, Big V, another of the great goal scorers of the league. And he will get one there to even things up at the end of the first period. Your thoughts?
What can I say, Winters? It's good stuff.
It is. And we will certainly see some good stuff here in this second period. These two teams are matching up well with Big V. Off the draw. The big hammer from Big V. What a play.
Yes, indeed.
And then we'll make it 2-1. So wasting no time getting things going for Toronto here in the second period. Big V, we're talking about players that can score pretty much from anywhere. Big V is certainly one of those players. So now New York on the move offensively, dumping it down. So we'll be taken by Leafs. And Migo Mipo's here. Speaking of the EHQML, we got to see his team in action, the Migo team. You can catch all those on the IBN YouTube. You'll be able to catch this later on the DGL YouTube. It's called Video on Demand. It's the hot new thing. Here's a chance in front. Richard Cheese on the save. And still holding it in. Toronto going to send it up to the point. Here's Go Leafs Go. Shoots and a save at waist level. A tough one, but a good one. And so now they will have to recover this at center ice. And he's going to go ahead and send it towards the net. It does go into the corner now. Timu's going to take it. And it's going to get away from him just a bit, just enough for Claude to separate it out and switch it up to the other end. But they are relentless here, this Toronto team. They are working to keep it in the zone. They do. They've got 3 guys moving. And staying with them is New York as they are getting their sticks up and making the defensive stops as well. Here's one that is, it looked like somebody got a piece of that. And Richard Cheese is going to just go ahead and clear this out. Probably a wise thing, as they were facing a lot of pressure. So we're about halfway through this game. Toronto with the lead over New York. And I can assure whoever that is in the chat that this is not affiliated with Disney in any way. This is the e-sport of the future. It's electronic and it's a real sport. It is Hockey ? From Cryptic C. It is one of the games that is played competitively in the DGL. And very competitively here as Big V with the hat trick on a nice feed from Timu Salami. Wow.
Nothing but quality.
3-1. 3 goals from Big V. In hockey, we call that a hat trick. No tricks there. That's just all Big V, though. He's really been solid throughout his career, and he is continuing that tonight. So New York kind of in a bind here as they had that first goal from Claude. And, oh, look at the tip shot. The tip drill, the rebound, the chance. Timu Salami buries it up in the corner and makes it 4-1. Sweet little spin move there in front. How about that?
Big-time players making big-time plays in big-time games.
Absolutely, Aila. As Toronto really establishing themselves in this second period. Here they are again. The shot just over. Looked like he hit the crossbar. but they are holding it in at the corner. Now moved back around. The Islanders will try to get some offense going here, but they certainly had it going on in the first period. As again, here is Claude, and he's going to bury it in a very similar spot to where Teemu made his shot. And so Claude keeping them close, within two. Here's one off the draw quickly. Richard Cheese is going to watch this go into the corner. With 30 seconds left in the second period, looking for the wraparound, a very alert Richard Cheese. He's been strong in the net, but it's just been a great performance so far from Big V. And now Teemu getting in there too. And that will just about do it for the second period. There's the shot, well wide. So we'll go to the third, and New York has a 2-goal deficit to try to overcome. What should they do here? Strategy?
They will have to shut down the outlet passing.
I think that's really the key because, yeah, they've been able to find Big V. They're finding Teemu, and they're finding the net. So, yeah, that extra man, this 5v5 versus 4v4 kind of play, I think that will help somewhat. And so, yeah, we'll see Toronto. Oh, but Teemu Salami, he manages to get one in as looked like it just kind of, Richard Cheese kind of lost track of it there as it got underneath him. Remember, this is played from a first-person perspective. So the goalie position is especially difficult, especially when it gets in. I mean, when you're in the crease like that. So, yeah, it's easy to kind of get it snuck past you. And so a 3-goal lead for Toronto. Certainly nothing the Islanders can't deal with if they do have time. They've got 4 minutes. A good solid chunk of the third period remains. And here is Claude. He will dump this in. Wheeling and dealing. They've got players in front and quickly shut down defensively. They're ready for him. They will hang on to the puck. He tries to maneuver through two people, and that was going to be a tough play, even in the best of circumstances. But, you know, you got to try. And looking for the one-timer in the slot, not there. He will pick up the rebound and try it again the other side, and the puck is loose. And Toronto will get to it first. So every minute becomes a crucial minute for New York as they've got to try to come back from a 3-goal deficit, if my math is correct. And looking at the scoreboard, it certainly is. And they had 3 people set up across from one face-off circle to another, but not able to get anything going there. They will try to gather it back at the neutral zone, and they will get it dumped in. Here's Leafs. He'll try to get it out. There's the shot. It's going to go wide to the right, and around the boards, picked up by Claude at the point. Very patient, moves around one, now another. He's going to take it into the corner, and he's looking for help there, but he's got 3 guys on him. So they are going to overwhelm the puck carrier. But stolen, here's a chance. Look at the moves. Gets around, and Gabe! My goodness.
Strong play is its own reward.
Yes, and Gabe with his first goal of the game. A very timely one. And with some sweet moves as he just kind of deked around everybody and found enough room on the ice to launch a good one. And we saw these guys play so well together last week on the DGL LHL. As Claude and Gabe it turns out they are a very potent scoring combination. So they will have to combine at least twice more at the current scoreline. And they're also going to have to try to keep Toronto out of their net, and that's going to be a tough proposition right there, as here they come again. Big V, he's going to send one in, and that went through a couple of sticks. Very dangerous. Now back behind the net. So we go to the 1 minute mark. They are fighting to keep it going. But here is Claude. He is also fighting. He'll take this at the point. Oh, a couple of guys go right past him. Oh, my. And so he will send it around. Now here it is back at the neutral zone. Loose puck picked up. Sent in. Close to the net, but a little wide. 38 seconds now. Time ticking down. New York needs 2. They move it in. They get it taken away. Again, a loose puck. Now at the point. Now here's a chance. Look at the moves. There it is. Oh, but it's going to be wide to the left. As he had the jump. But, yeah, it was a difficult extension there on the backhand. So the GGs come out, and Toronto will get the W tonight over New York in a very good game. So we'll move right into our final game of the evening, our nightcap, as we'll see the Chicago Blackhawks take on the, first place San Jose Sharks. Now, it is early in the season, and we've talked about that somewhat. There's plenty of time left for good teams to go bad and bad teams to get good. And the run of play is long in the LHL, as we have seen time and time again. But it is good to establish early dominance, but Chicago, they will be looking to get a much-needed win tonight. And their lineup will be Hess, Evkop, Deloriax, My Chemical Slim Ants, a.k.a. Slim, and Q. You know him from James Bond. For San Jose, Taser, Milan Lucic, Crab in a Tree, Sammy, and K-Bomb. I'm expecting a very good game out of these two teams. As I see Hess having fun in the chat. And thanks for everybody who's watching, the millions watching around the world here on the DGL and on our hosted streams. The huge popularity of the game just keeps getting huger, as they say. So we're about 30 seconds into this one, and Chicago will try to get it out of their zone as they face some pressure from San Jose, who are there to scoop it up at the point. This is going to make a favorable bounce. It's going to try to send one into the slot, but it is alertly stopped. And now they're just trying to gather it up. A bunch of people going for it. And it will go all the way back to K-Bomb, who will take this in the corner. And so far, it's just everybody's just kind of scrambling for the puck, as everybody's trying to find their footing here early on in the first period. As we saw in Chicago's game last week, you don't want to go down too early. You don't want to start from a big deficit. So everybody, nobody's really trying to commit too much just yet. But here is Chicago. They hold it in briefly. He will use the boards to try to dislodge this. And now San Jose on the move, but quickly stopped. And this has got a chance. What a save there by K-Bomb. As sometimes those have a pretty good chance of going in, no matter who the goalie is. But K-Bomb up to the task. As that one, it's like a Yu Darvish pitch. They just kind of drop, and there's another one. Oh, my, on the other side. What a save there by Q. How about that?
Winters, you know it.
So, some good chances. But again, let's take. Oh, what a move there as Milan Lucic finds Crab in a tree right in front of the crease. And he puts it through to make it 1-0 San Jose. Wow.
Oh my.
That was just like it's drawn up on the chalkboard. Or the tablet, I suppose. I don't know if he even knows what a chalkboard is anymore. But San Jose showing why they are first in the league with a nicely done teamwork play to make it 1-0. Chicago will look to answer here, but first they've got to get it away and out of their zone, which they will with the clear. Taser chasing this down, Dial with him. He's going to send it up to Crab, who is going to float one across, and it goes to the point. But it is stolen, and that is Evcobb with it. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to go ahead and fire, and they quickly are there to shut that down, or at least get enough of a piece of it to stop the drive. And here's one off the post! My goodness.
Hockey ? Y'all.
And on the other side, Q is forced to make another save as that one bounced in a deadly fashion right there in front. So now Chicago trying to settle this thing down so that they can get some scoring action going. But San Jose rebuffing them. At least for now. 30 seconds remain in the first period. And that one goal is the only goal of the game. But if the other games are any indication, then there might be another one before time runs out here. Big save there as Q comes out big to make the stop. And they will battle on the boards for it here. And dumped in 7 seconds. Still time for San Jose. That gets through, and grabbing a tree is going to convert it from Milan Lucic. How did that get through all those bodies? What a play.
Wow, yeah.
And that makes it 2-0 just as time runs out. So we'll go to the second period. Aila?
Yes.
Strategy?
The pace of the game is really important.
Yes. And so we'll see that play out here in the second period as we begin with the opening draw. Now here is Sammy, Slim. They will fight for it along the boards. Slim going to go ahead and just let this one go. Milan Lucic now. He is bodied up. He's going to get it back, though, as he will go in front of K-Bomb with it and back around, where they will set up shop and reload their offense here. First, they need to get it out of their zone. Dial there to try to prevent them from doing so. And he will follow Sammy down in the attempt. Now here comes Hess. He will try to harass Milan Lucic, but he is going to at least get this away. and dump it in. They will send 2 on the chase. But again, Chicago already there to start things. They try Hess on one side. He's well covered. They try the other side. Now back at the face-off circle. And lots of collisions here. Lots of body-on-body action. And that is really keeping things from getting going momentum-wise on offense for either team here in the second period. But Milan will start things off for San Jose. And again, Hess is there to take it away. And he will turn, and now he's got to deal with Dial. And can he get through? Oh, lost the puck as lots of, again, the body play very strong. And so both teams finding the puck a little more slippery than would usually be the case. Here's one sent in, long distance shot. K-Bomb with the save, the rebound attempt. Looking for the wraparound. He's going to, again, be separated from the puck. And now we'll go for the wraparound. Hess! Oh, my. He used the goalie for that one. How about that?
Oh, my.
So Hess with the score for Chicago. Now on the other side. Oh, did he get the save on that? We're going to say he did. Looked like he did. If it was the crossbar, if it was the rub of the post, that still counts as a save. As a former goalie, I can attest to this. Here's a shot, and that is definitely a save by K-Bomb, as he is going to deliver that one well out of his zone. But they are there to hold this in, and they're just going to keep playing catch back and forth across the blue line. And again, here is Hess. Let's see where he goes with this. They are there to take it away from him. Yes. They got fooled once by that. But not going to stop him from trying. Now here is Chicago on the move again. The shot, and just wide. Looked good all the way in up until the end there. They will hold this in the San Jose zone. And now there's the clearing pass. Grabbing a tree there. Dial and Q there to get it away, and now Dial will begin their offense from back behind the goal. We're at the 1 minute mark of the second period, and we said this was going to be a good game, and so far it has not let us down. San Jose definitely showing us why they are at the top of the league standings. But and Milan Lucic. Oh, he will get the assist from Crabbing a Tree. And he didn't have to put a whole lot of pepper on that one. Just lightly peppered. But what a play.
Stepping it up for sure.
Yeah, they are. The 3-1 now your score. 30 seconds left in the second. Those are the kind of goals that establish a lead for your team. And now they're going to try again. This one wide to the left. And it is on the near side now. Chicago just trying to dig it out of their zone and prevent any further damage from happening in this period and set themselves up for the third. They may have a chance to get one before time runs out, though. He's going to fire, and K-Bomb just swatting it down just because he can. And that will take us to the third period. Strategy?
It's all about control of the neutral zone.
I believe so. In this third period, most certainly. Because so much of this game has taken place right there between the blue lines. And with loose pucks, with a lot of very physical play from both these teams, which is surprising because we've seen these players on offense really play a finesse game so many times before. But, yeah, in this one it's just pure brutality. And there's one from Deloriax. And that was a brutal shot with the backhand as he kept it on the right side of the net. Wow.
Nothing but quality.
Absolutely. So, Chicago, they really needed that goal. And so that puts them only down by 1 here as we have taken about a minute off the clock in the third period. Taser now. He will dump this in. Milan Lucic there. Oh, and grabbing a tree. The first touch was just to settle it down a little bit. The second was to fire from point-blank range and make it 4-2. And what a play.
Absolutely.
So that they needed that one to create some room scoreboard-wise, as Chicago was looking to gain some momentum. And look at Taser using the boards. That is so good. Just passing to himself a couple of times. And he'll do it again here. They'll hang on to it in the Chicago zone. They are content to just eat up time off the clock, which, I don't know, against this Chicago team, you've got Hess, Dial, Slim. Who knows, Evcobb might get into the mix too back there from the defensive side of things. And here is Hess. He will send it into the slot. And the backhand shot does not go, just wide. Talking about bodies, there were several in between he and the goal. So we get into the very interesting part of the third period now. As San Jose, with that 2-goal lead, see how they play this out. They seem to be just keeping the foot on the pedal offensively. And it's working out well for them. But here's Chicago doing a little gas pedal mashing on their own here as they've got a little bit of room. There's Dial. And he doesn't need much room to make that one. Beautifully done as he had a defenseman draped on him. And he got just enough separation to get Chicago's third goal of the game and keep this close as we go under 2 minutes. Wow.
Were you expecting anything like this?
Well, yes. I'm just going to say yes, Aila, because these are two very good teams. And Chicago, they feel like they really need this game. As I believe that, I want to say they're in fourth or fifth. I want to say fifth. Again, like we said, it's early in the season. But you do want to kind of stay in the mix here. And they've got about a minute to do something about it, a minute and 10 to be exact. So they will begin from behind their net. Here they go. Dial coming down, as is Hess. It is held on to by San Jose, though. And Milan Lucic, who has really been incredible in this game, he looks for one in front. And that one just not quite. 45 seconds now. As, again, they're more interested in keeping it in the Chicago zone. But nothing doing. Here is Style. He's going to launch one, and that almost went. A save made. 25 seconds now. Time running out for Chicago to do something. 19 seconds now. His Q is going to get into the action. And he's going to leave the net wide open. What a stop there defensively as, oh, man, that was dangerous. Here's one off the post. That was right on the line. 4 seconds. He's going to have to shoot something quickly. And he does, but time runs out. And a very exciting finish as Chicago was on the comeback, or so it would seem. But put it in stone, San Jose will continue their reign at the top, at least this week. So they will put 3 more points on the season total with a win tonight over Chicago. Some good action tonight. We expect no less, and they deliver. So always a fun night of hockey action. We hope people will join us every Tuesday to see more of this, because these are the best players in North America, and some European guys thrown into it as well. So we're seeing the game played at a very high level every Tuesday night here on the DGL. We hope you will join us every time as we do this at 7:30 Eastern. And don't forget, this Friday on IBN, the Independent Broadcast Network, we bring you the HQML Skills Competition with prizes and shootouts and accuracy competitions. And oh man, the first All-Star game ever was great last week, and we expect that the skills competition will be great also. So lots going on in the hockey world. And, of course, the LHL plays 3 nights a week, but, yeah, we'll see you here every Tuesday, hopefully. If you haven't followed LHL on DGL, or just follow the DGL here, as they say, spank the follow button, I think. Is that the terminology the kids use? Yeah, smack it or spank it, or whatever you want to use. And you will be notified whenever these games happen. Aila?
Caller, go ahead.
Final thoughts?
Thank you, Winters. It was a pleasure to cast with you tonight. And thank you to everyone who watched and all the teams that played. Don't forget to check out the YouTube. Just type in IBN Casting there and you will find all the episodes of Friday Night Hockey and more. Also follow on Twitter at IBN Casting. And Winters can be found on Twitter as well, at Winters with a 1.
Yes, thank you. And also, yeah, let's plug the DGL. And you can find them on Twitter at the DGL underscore, the underscore DGL, I believe, is the correct one. And also on YouTube, you'll be able to find this on YouTube on the DGL YouTube site, which we'll be putting that up shortly after this is done. And Aila, I think this is done. So from all of us here, yes, I am Winners with the 1. And thank you, Aila, again for casting with me. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you next time, next Tuesday, here on this very channel. Good night.
Sweet dreams.